there, all my classy little internet dinosaur friends. I don't know what that means, but it means something. Okay, I'm done now. So originally today, I wanted to do like a super cute little cooking video for you, but there were a couple of things that just went wrong. Number one, it's kind of an icky day outside, not like a day where you want to just be cooking summer foods, which this was more of a summer themed food. I mean, really you can cook any food anytime you want, but I would prefer to eat this particular thing I was gonna make in the summer. Reason number two, I'm just having one of those days. Where standing up straight cooking just doesn't sound that appealing today. I'm not lazy, I'm just uncomfortable. And reason number three, actually there were only two reasons. There you go. So I decided instead I would sit and I would chat with you about some things, mainly my hair. Because when I sat down thinking, I was like, okay, what could I talk about? I could talk about puppies, which is always a great topic. I could talk about whether or not soda pop is good or evil. Interesting. And then I thought, what is something I wish someone would have told me exactly 5 years ago? And I realized, I wish someone would have taught me how to maintain my red hair the way that I do now. Now I know what you're thinking. Nika's hair isn't natural? What? Nope, it's not. I know, you're surprised. I've been dyeing my hair since I was 12. Yes, 6th grade, the same year as the leggings debacle. It was an interesting year for me. I dyed it for the very first time. It was a dark brown with like a red hue. Yes, I'm clearly very drawn to red. I've always loved red. Here's an interesting story. You ready for this one? So there was this boy. We'll call him Rick. And Rick made fun of me all year. He was not very nice. And Rick would just like ruthlessly make me feel bad about myself. So much to the point where I felt like, I had to change something. And let me tell you this now, if you're watching this, just because someone's being mean to you doesn't mean you have to change your hair or your face or your clothes. Only do that if it will make you feel your best, if it will make you feel prettier, if it will make you feel like you look awesome. Don't do it for other people. Do this kind of stuff for you. But anyway, back to the story. So I'm walking down the hall, I don't remember why, but Rick's mom passes me in the hallway and she says,
"Oh, you dyed your hair? I just liked it so much better natural."
Yeah, she said that to me. And at the time, I was just kind of like, I like it dyed, and walked away really uncomfortable. But thinking back, I wish I had been as quippy as I am now. Although I am one of those people that I think of the quips way after the fact. But I'm a little bit more quippy now that I'm an adult. I should have said, really, then you should tell your kid to stop making fun of people dyeing their hair because he's making them feel lousy. That actually wasn't that good, but she would have got the point. Rick's mom. Brr. Anyway, so thinking back to about 5 years ago when I really wanted to start having red hair permanently, there's a lot of things I wish I had known that I now know that I didn't know back then. So let's start when you're first considering dyeing your hair red. There's a couple of variables you need to think about. Number one, how bright do you want it? If you don't care, like if you want this kind of red velvety, almost cranberry feel that I have going for me, you don't really need to lighten your hair too much. You're good. And I'll talk to you about that in a second. But if you want that fire engine aerial red on your head, which I've had before, you're gonna have to bleach it. And you need to be sure you want to do that because if you damage that, it's very, very hard to go back. Haven't bleached my hair in a long time for that reason. So you're wondering, Nika, you didn't have to bleach your hair to get it like that? No, I did not, you cute little dinosaur, and let me tell you why. So I was in Sally's, the hair care store, and I found this wonderful dye that I forget what it's called, but I'm gonna put it right here because I don't dye it a lot anymore because of the other things that I learned. But it's actually meant for darker hair, so it will put the red pigment on darker hair without hurting it too bad, and I think it makes a lovely hue. But anyway, so I found that and I tried it and absolutely loved it. But the problem with any red dye, and if you're considering dyeing your hair red, you need to know this, it fades really quick. Red doesn't last very easily. You may find yourself dyeing your hair every 3 weeks because it's turning pink, right? Okay, so that could happen. One thing I really wished I had known about was color depositing conditioner. It makes your life so much easier. A hairstylist told me about it one time, but I very naively thought that you could only get it at a salon for $60. She didn't tell me that, I just thought that. That was all me, okay? She was a great hairstylist. But anyway, I had a friend dyeing her hair a very similar red to mine, except her original color was blonde, so it was red, little less red velvet and a little more Kool-Aid, It's a good look for her, I like it. But I was like, man, I love your hair. And she was like, dude, I use this color depositing conditioner. And I was like, you actually, what? You bought that? And she was telling me about it. It was $6 and at Sally's. So I had to try it. And this stuff made my life 120 million times easier. There is such a thing as not having to dye your hair every day to keep red. I know, I'm so excited. I'm happy for you. We're on a journey. The irony of today is that my hair is kind of having a day where it kind of seems like it needs a pep talk. It's just having trouble. I don't know what it's doing. The curls are just not, I don't know. It looks fine, but the curls were having a hard time today. It's okay. Pigmented conditioner is kind of that thing, like if you and your hair were gonna sit down on Dr. Phil, this would be the resolution that everybody wants, just so you know. Okay, so I tried this and it worked amazing. But it does have a couple of issues. And this is the Sally's brand from, I think it's called Ion. I'm gonna put a picture of it right, how about right here? It's right here. Now it's gonna get bigger for you. There you go, it's right there. Have fun with that in editing, Nika. Yeah, thanks for that. Super cool of you. Past me, jerk. So this stuff's amazing, and it, in my opinion, out of everything I've used, it has the best like pigment excitement, like it comes out the most red, but it also stains your skin for a couple days. And it also stains your bathtub for a lot of days. Acetone will be your new best friend if you decide to use this one. But otherwise, it's really great. It smells good. This one is not labeled as cruelty-free or vegan though, so if that's an issue that you have, be warned. But it is the less pricey of these other options that I have used. So I tried that one for a really long time, and the nice thing about that one too is it lasts pretty long, so like I only really had to use it once or twice a week to keep my hair looking lusciously beautifully red. Loved it. But I was getting a little tired of my bathtub being stained and having to douse it in acetone all of the time. So I began looking for other options, and I found this other one from Sally's. It'll be right here, which is in my hand. How about like that? Is that better? What are we doing? I don't know. This one's really great because it does not stain your tub that bad at all. When I say that bad, if you like drop a big glob of it and you leave it, it'll probably leave a little bit of residue, but if you clean that up right away, it doesn't really leave much of a stain. This one is also vegan and cruelty-free. This is not a review, by the way, just so you know. It's just me explaining stuff I've used. So this one's really great, but I can never find it at Sally's. So, because it's always out, because it's so great. There you go. But this one left a really nice pigment in my hair. The one complaint I've had about the last two conditioners that I've used, and I think this is my fault, not necessarily the conditioner's fault, is I feel like pigment leaves this side of my hair quicker than this side. And I'm betting just because I have it parted, so this side is thinner, I'm using maybe too much shampoo on it, I don't know. But anyway, that's the only complaint I have, and I feel like that is a user error that's not on the actual conditioner. So then, 2020 happened, and I had to begin ordering everything online. So we went searching online for this conditioner, couldn't find it anywhere except Sally's website, and Amazon Prime is honestly just quicker. No offense to anybody out there, it just comes in like 2 days. And we found this one. I actually have it with me. This is the Cara Color Plus Conditioner. So it cleanses and conditions, deposits color pigment, and maintains hues to prevent fading. And this stuff has been absolutely amazing. This is the 12-ounce bottle, and I believe I got it for somewhere around $20. But it works very nicely. I like it a lot. It smells really good. My hair has been feeling really good since using it, so kudos to you, bottle. But I absolutely love this one. As far as like, do I recommend it to everybody? At the end of the day, I think everybody has a different hair type, and what's gonna work in your hair is very different than what's gonna work in my hair. I really just want you to know that this stuff, this wide array of conditioners that dispense pigments exist, because they're going to make your life so much easier. Just so much easier. Because honestly, it's not very good to dye your hair every week. It's not. No, it's really not. It's actually kind of bad for it, just so you know. Just letting you know, yeah. Anyway, so that's what I do to maintain my red. Now, I have relatively coarse hair, which, yeah, it's just annoying. It sticks up, it breaks, it dries out, it feels too greasy. My hair is like a love-hate struggle. And I will say, since using this conditioner, it's felt a little bit softer, a little longer. I've liked that. So anyway, that's how I take care of my red hair. I would suggest, and this is just stuff I've read off the internet, do I practice it all that well? Sometimes. Try to avoid heat as much as you can. Because my hair's so ridiculous, I do have to blow dry it with a round brush to get it to do anything other than, you know, that mullet knockoff it was doing for a very long time in the back. So I do blow dry it with a round brush, but the advice that I've seen and has worked for me is if you are going to do that and you don't want to have too much heat damage, what you can do is you can allow your hair to get kind of right before it hits that damp point. So let it air dry a little bit, and then right before it's quite at the point of like, it's that little in between like really wet and damp, whatever that is, that's when you want to try to blow dry it to give yourself a little bit of volume. Another thing that I love doing, which I still haven't perfected, but I'm working on it so I can explain it to you later, is rollers. Yes, like rollers, these kind. I love rollers, they're so fun. I'm not very good at them. Every time I do my hair, it looks like I'm Shirley Temple. Great on her. She was adorable. Not great on my head, nope. But I'm still working on it. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I can actually like throw my hair up in curls in the morning and then pull them out after I do my makeup, and it'll do a nice thing, but you know, my hair has to be like being agreeable for that. But that is one way you can not use as much heat on your hair, and I am trying to figure out the exact right way to do it for my type of hair so I can share it with you. I just haven't quite gotten there yet, but I do love my rollers. And then finally, I use a couple of products like some spray and oils and stuff after I wash it that help it a lot too. They have a lot of different brands. Use what works for your hair. That is how I take care of my red velvet locks. I love them, I'm happy with them. I would say red, you do have to kind of commit to doing something. Like it doesn't just stay this color after you dye it. So if you want this, do know, like even though the conditioner makes life a lot easier, you do have to commit to using it and buying it. And I would also say, I don't know, I just like having red hair. The best thing about like this shade of red that I've had it the past few years is it does not look particularly awful with my roots. I've been able to like ignore my roots longer than I've ever been able to with any other color, so I do appreciate that. If you're wondering what my natural hair color looks like, it's like a mouse brown that turns blonde in the summer, which a lot of people think is very nice. I just feel more myself with bright red hair. That's, you know, does anyone else have something weird that just makes you feel yourself and you're like, this is how I was meant to look? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun just chatting about hair care. If you have any hair advice for me that you want to share because you're an expert and you're probably way smarter than I am, I would absolutely love it down in the comments. I'd also like to know, what color is your hair? Do you dye your hair? If so, what color? I don't know. And I'll have another fun video for you guys next time. I'm really hoping that either tomorrow or maybe Saturday, today is Thursday as of filming this, that I can have a really cute little cooking tutorial for you on how to make a fun vegetarian side dish for your barbecue needs. So be on the lookout for that. Hopefully we can get that up soon. And until next time, bye all you classy little dinosaur people. Have a good day. Okay, bye.